Hi, I'm Ann Shuck, a very grateful member of Shumei America. Shumei means supreme light in Japanese, and our organization emphasizes healing and spiritual growth through our practices. Our spiritual fellowship was founded by Mokichi Okada, known as Meishu-sama, whose leadership spanned much of the first half of the 20th century in Japan. His readings and teachings are the foundation of our fellowship. We have 4 essential spiritual practices. First, there is the Sampai, where members gather, chant, and share jore in a sacred place or serene environment in nature. Jore is the sharing of divine light, energy, purifying the spirit. Perhaps some of you may have experienced it. Another practice, Haidoku, relates to the reading and the studying of the teachings of Meishu-sama. And finally, Hoshi refers to acts of selfless service. In this presentation, I will focus on chanting and share how I have received spiritual benefits from it. Yes, I chanted sampais and home gatherings with other people, but today I would like to focus on how I cultivated my practice of chanting at home. So how did I begin my practice? I had the opportunity to attend the basic study class, The Significance of Sampai and Chanting, taught by Eugene Sensei. He emphasized the advantages and the spiritual growth of chanting, and I knew I needed spiritual growth, but moreover, I wanted it. At the time, I was going through some difficult personal challenges, and I was ready and willing to do anything for spiritual growth. Yet, I was uncertain as to how to begin the practice of chanting in my home. Assistant Sensei Hiromi Suzuki, who was aware of my personal situation, strongly recommended daily chanting, and she offered to assist me in initiating my practice in my home. First, I knew I should choose an area in my home that was the most spiritually uplifting. Ideally, the area should face the direction toward Misono, the headquarters of Shumei in Japan. If not, I could choose the direction of a beautiful garden, a special work of art, or another significant item. With Hiromi's assistance, I chose to face a wall with a photographic representation of my ancestors, all positive people and role models in my life. I used the chanting guide from Shumei and also the Miyakurishu as my references. I began with the basic Shumei chant, the Amatsunorito, meaning heavenly prayer. I vowed to chant every day within the first hour of rising. After several days, I noticed a positive change in how I was beginning to feel, a stronger connection to the divine, and I wanted to do more to promote my emerging practice. I researched the Amatsunorito and found the chant on a YouTube channel led by Eugene Sensei. I immediately downloaded it onto a USB travel drive and began to chant with this version. I found myself chanting with it in the morning, listening to it during the day, and sometimes listening to it while driving in my car. I began to memorize the Amatsunorito without even knowing it. A few weeks later, I traveled to Greece. Knowing I would be chanting daily and not wanting to lose the momentum of my practice, I carried my iPad mini and had pre-selected the Shumei chants to be available to me on it. Each morning, prior to my activities, I chanted the Amatsunorito. Being in a faraway country, chanting gave me a sense of peace and calmness with my ventures, and I felt a spiritual cleansing of the atmosphere of my living areas. Over time, I have added more chanting from Meishu-sama's short poems found in the Miyakurishu. There is power in chanting. Each word has a spiritual value inherent in the sound. Also, reading the English translations is a way of gaining a better understanding of the meaning of the chants. Part of the practice of chanting are the ritualized movements of bowing and clapping. The first shallow bow is an acknowledgement of our presence before God. The next 2 deep bows are expressions of our respect and our gratitude. The 3 hand claps that follow honor the realms of God, our ancestors, and our earthly existence. They also relate to the unity of body, mind, and spirit. Recently, there have been other resources to reinforce my practice of chanting. Shumei now has several live streaming online experiences. There are monthly senpais originating in Pasadena, Hollywood, and other centers. And also, daily morning senpais are held at the Pasadena Center, and evening senpais are held at the Hollywood Center. All are excellent opportunities to reinforce the practice of chanting and ultimately to contribute to one's spiritual growth. I have embraced chanting on a daily basis, and because I feel a stronger connection to the divine, I will not stop. I have an ever-increasing feeling of gratitude, of compassion, of love, a feeling of lightness, a feeling of clarity, a more contented self, a spiritual cleansing of the atmosphere, a more relaxed feeling in my home, and I could go on and on and on. Chanting is a part of me. I am becoming more centered in my body, mind, and spirit, and I feel strengthened in my connection to the divine. I hope this information, along with my suggestions, will be helpful to you as you begin your own practice of chanting. Whether or not you're even a member of our fellowship, perhaps you will join us. Please see the links at the end of this video to give you information as to how you may start your practice of chanting. Thank you very much for your presence.